Angelic Reiki is a system of healing and empowerment. It affects both the spiritual, mental, emotional and physical self. One of the main purposes that Angelic Reiki was given at this time is to actually support light workers through all the changes that are occurring. I'm sure that many people listening are experiencing changes in their lives that are affecting them mentally, emotionally and physically, and also they're finding that they're opening up to new levels of spiritual awareness. One of the main purposes of Angelic Reiki is to support the person on their individual journey and the integrating of all of this new information and the changes that are occurring. In this way, obviously, can be used for self-healing. It can also be used as distance healing and on a one-on-one healing session in very much a traditional way. Angelic Reiki is a system of healing where the whole process is given over to the angels. It's therefore very powerful, very gentle, but also, because it comes through the wisdom of the angelic kingdom, perfect for each individual when they receive a healing. Yes, Julie, that's a very important question. In Angelic Reiki, a healing is totally given over to the angels. The job of the healer is simply to hold the space. And in that unconditional space, the most perfect angelic energy is invoked specifically for that recipient. So it's different every time. It also means that there is no input or interference, as it were, by any agenda or intention of the healer. It can be a challenging situation where the healer has nothing to do. There is no symbols to chant or draw. There is no hand positions or no process at all. It's simply about being present. And in that presence, in that unconditional space, a vortex is created where the angels can be totally present, bringing the most perfect energy and soaking and surrounding and infusing indeed the recipient with this beautiful, powerful, yet pure and gentle divine vibration, which we call the Angelic Kingdom.
So the system of Angelic Reiki is distinctive from Traditional Reiki?
Yes, absolutely, Julie. There are some substantial differences. First of all, in the attunements, these are not done by the teacher. They are direct transmissions from the Angelic Kingdom. This means that the Reiki symbols are received in a pure and the original vibration. And they are not touched by the consciousness of the teacher. And what is true is that everybody who receives an attunement to the Reiki symbols through the Angelic Kingdom do report that they sense and feel a difference and a kind of purity and fluidity of the quality of that energy. It also makes it possible for them to be experienced at the galactic and universal levels of consciousness. As well as attunements to the Reiki symbols, Angelic Reiki includes an initiation by 30 archangels. These are a collective of the highest angelic vibration known as the Mighty Sarim. It connects the recipient to the wisdom and the knowledge and the purity of the essence of each of these archangels. In this space where this attunement is given, the recipient also receives what we have been shown to be the angelic keys to the Reiki symbols. And this initiation is given by the Archangel Metatron. The philosophy behind Angelic Reiki is based on what we've always termed as the ancient wisdom. This is the wisdom that has been held in Egypt and Greece, in Tibet and India and the Far East, and also in the Americas. This wisdom is based on an understanding of archetypes and consciousness, and Angelic Reiki is not actually founded in what one might call New Age spiritual philosophy. This allows us to have a broader perspective of actually what an angel is, beyond the concepts that are generally accepted. It also gives us an understanding of the principles behind important spiritual practices, such as dedicating a space, cleansing and protection, initiation and ritual. And it is all of these ancient principles that create a firm basis and actually the power that is behind Angelic Reiki. The principles behind Angelic Reiki philosophy are fundamental and simple, but yet profound. And they are, of course, universal truths. Nevertheless, like a good cook, it is the way that the ingredients that are mixed together that create the extraordinary results. Angelic Reiki brings two further gifts. We have noticed over the years that anyone who either just receives a healing or takes part in a workshop finds that their life purpose and the gifts that they need to fulfill that life purpose come to the fore. And often people will say that they come into Angelic Reiki and it's as if within the healing or the workshop they turn round and walk out in a different direction, understanding the path that they are to walk. Angelic Reiki also brings some very special gifts to today's children and babies. To connect a pregnant mother with the angelic kingdom. For a young child, adolescent or teenager to receive an Angelic Reiki healing also really supports them in fulfilling their purpose and understanding more about who they are and the purpose that they have come through this incarnation at this time. And a healing is about it when we're bathed in that angelic energy. It's the invitation for us to actually connect to that part of us that is already in divine perfection. It is important for the healer to create a totally neutral space. It's a space which I term the non-doing space. And it is when we create that the angels can be most intimately and totally present in a perfect vibration. And the angels will bring anything that is needed beyond what we could know. If it is galactic energy, ascended master energy, if it's the energy of a crystal or flower essence, if that is what is needed, then the angelic presence will bring that for the recipient. This is, for me, this is actually the beauty of Angelic Reiki, that it totally is not my will, but giving over to the divine will.